Hi, my name is Corlendos, and I'll be your tutor for the unit on the SAT essay. The SAT says the essay is optional. That's technically true, but mostly in the sense that brushing your teeth is optional. Sure, you can skip it, but you're probably going to pay a price. Many colleges will require or recommend it. If you are absolutely certain that none of the colleges you are going to apply to will require the essay, then you might be one of the few able to skip it. But if you want to leave your options open and give yourself the widest number of colleges to choose from, you're going to want to write the essay. So let's go ahead and look at the SAT Essay Basics. The SAT essay section is 50 minutes long and is the last section of the test. It's intended to be similar to a standard college essay assignment. The process includes that you read the provided passage, explain how the argument attempts to persuade an audience, and then support your ideas with evidence from the passage. Unlike most college essays, your essay will be read and graded by two different people. They will be evaluating your essay in three separate categories: reading, analysis, and writing. You will receive 3 scores per grader. Each grader will give your essay a score from 1 to 4 in each of the 3 categories. The 2 graders' scores will then be added together, so your essay will get 3 final scores. Your reading score will be between 2 and 8, your analysis score will be between 2 and 8, and your writing score will be between 2 and 8. 2 is the lowest possible score, and 8 is the highest possible score. Your essay scores will be reported separately from your other scores, and they won't be factored into your total SAT score. So now that we have some of the basics down, let's talk about what those scores measure. To get a top score in reading, your essay will need to show that you understood the passage, including its central ideas and major details, as well as how they connect. To get a top score in analysis, your essay will need to demonstrate an insightful analysis of the passage, including an analysis of the way the author uses evidence, reasoning, or other persuasive or stylistic elements. You will need to use solid evidence from the passage, and you will also want to make sure your analysis is well focused and doesn't stray off topic. It will not be enough to summarize the passage, you will need to analyze it. You will also need to make skillful use of evidence you find in the passage by paraphrasing and using quotations. Finally, to get a top score in writing, you will need to demonstrate a strong command of grammar and the conventions of standard written English, and your essay will need to be clear, focused, organized, and precise. Also, the essay needs to be well structured, with a precise thesis, a skillful introduction, an effective progression of ideas within paragraphs, an effective progression of ideas from paragraph to paragraph, and a skillful conclusion. Your writing style will also be important. The graders are looking for a wide variety of sentence structures and a formal, academic, and objective tone suitable for a college-level essay. Now that we've talked about what the graders are expecting from you, let's talk about what you can expect from the test. You will be given an essay booklet and some lined pages to write on in your answer booklet. The first page of your essay booklet will contain the directions. Spend time reading the directions while you take practice tests so you don't have to waste time reading them on the real test. Let's take a look at those directions right now. The essay gives you an opportunity to show how effectively you can read and comprehend a passage and write an essay analyzing the passage. In your essay, you should demonstrate that you have read the passage carefully, present a clear and logical analysis, and use language precisely. Your essay must be written on the lines provided in your answer booklet. Except for the planning page of the answer booklet, you will receive no other paper on which to write. You will have enough space if you write on every line, avoid wide margins, and keep your handwriting to a reasonable size. Remember that people who are not familiar with your handwriting will read what you write. Try to write or print so that what you are writing is legible to those readers. The directions page will give you the time limit, 50 minutes. It will also remind you not to write in the essay booklet. You will only be evaluated on what you write on the lined pages of your answer booklet. Also, an off-topic essay will not be evaluated. The essay prompt or essay assignment will look something like this. These pages will contain a prompt or assignment and a passage. The prompt will always be the same, or very close to the same, for every SAT. So let's take a look at one now. As you read the passage below, pay attention to the use of evidence and examples, the connection between the author's claims and the evidence provided, stylistic elements such as word choice, and appeals to emotion. You are then asked to write an essay in which you explain how the author builds an argument to persuade his or her audience. In your essay, analyze how the author uses one or more of the features listed previously or features of your own choice to strengthen the logic and persuasiveness of the argument. Be sure that your analysis focuses on the most relevant features of the passage. Your essay should not explain whether you agree with or disagree with the claims, but rather explain how the author builds an argument to persuade his or her audience. The passages and authors will vary, but the assignment will stay the same, which is great news. You can practice as much as you want. Pick anything you like to read, preferably something that could be considered college-level reading, and then write about it using the SAT prompt. So let's talk about these reading passages a bit more. The passages themselves can come from anywhere. You might read things written by Robert Kennedy, or Sojourner Truth, or Thomas Paine, or anybody. The authors may or may not be famous. One of the passages will be written by academics, or journalists, or people from other professions. The only thing they are sure to have in common is that the passages will all be considered college-level reading. Now that we've discussed what you'll be reading and writing about, let's talk about what you'll be writing in and with. You will want to write with a number 2 pencil, and you will be writing in the lined pages section of your answer book. Let's take a look at that quickly. You'll have a page for outlining and taking notes, and 3 lined pages for writing your essay. Do you see the box around the lines? Don't write outside of that box. Your readers will only grade the writing inside of this box. All right, you have the basics about the format of the essay section. In the upcoming lessons in this unit, we'll discuss more of the things you need to know to ace the essay. In the meantime, practice your reading and writing skills.